Hello, everyone, and welcome to the halfway point recap of the PMA Season 2. I am Pleppy, and I will be joined by the Goose.
Hello.
And Auntie Rui Tree.
Hello.
And we will be talking about the teams and how good they are, and mostly how bad they are. As we move on to the first team, in 16th place with 31 points, the Pallet Patrollers.
An absolute titan of a team to start off the PMA Season 2 halfway point recap. The winners of the Mini Marble Madness Discord competition, invited from there to the main competition, the PMA, along with the Crested Cardinals and the Twilight Trenches. The only of those three teams to qualify for the main league, even coming second in your qualification group, only behind the Eruptors. And what do you do with that reputation? Yup, 16th place on 31 points. Well done, Pallet Patrollers. If you keep this up, you might become the next Ocean Critters. Your highest finish is 7th. And you have finished in the bottom 3 4 times already. That's nearly half the events. If you didn't have such a good showing in the Mini Marble Madness competition, everyone would laugh at you. But thanks to your history, the community sees you as mediocre. If I were to come into your house in the middle of the night and stab you, it would not be as deadly as how bad the Pallet Patrollers are choking on the PMA right now. You're like AI art. Fraud.
In 15th place with 37 points, the Palm Coasts.
What a fall off from 7th to 15th. 0 medals is quite sad. Unfortunately, as a Honey Bears supporter, I can relate. 37 points in 8 events means an average of roughly 4.5 per event, which, believe it or not, is not very good. You came 3rd in your qualifier, only to now be 1 place above last. Not even being the creators' favourites can help you. Your team might just have to retire and sit on the beaches of Ibiza smoking cigars all day, because that's about how well you're playing.
In 14th place with 46 points, the Honey Bears.
Well. What do we have here? A small, scared group of bears who are desperately trying to escape the clutches of the bottom 3. I mean, I can't say too much, since we are literally tying on points. But because we've got a silver in balancing, we're ahead. Talk about a rivalry. At least your teamwork has improved since last season, but clearly that hasn't helped you. You really must be Winnie the Pooh's favourite team, because you're made of honey and you're shit.
In 13th place, also with 46 points, the Sapphire Squad.
The best of our 3 teams in the standings, and you're only 13th. What happened, man? We went from 5th through 7th to 13th through 15th. I personally blame the Sapphire Squad manager for their downfall. You're the first team so far to have a medal, so congrats. You're still doing bad. You're tied on points with the Honey Bears, but are ahead due to said medal. Let's hope that the Sapphire Squad and the Honey Bears could put their beef aside and start to improve and play normally, instead of like stupid people. Or else, this team will stay as diamonds in the rough, unfortunately. Or, fortunately for me.
In 12th place with 56 points, the Gear Grinders.
Wow, I didn't think I'd have to talk about you so soon into the recap. I had so much respect for you last season. You were a very good and honourable team, keeping the competition fun while still being good. So what is this? You were in last for the first 3 events of this season. The only reason you were able to make a slight comeback is because your reserve is half decent. Your reserve! He wasn't even here last season. Don't tell me you've already rusted over due to the water season. Or maybe your member names are living up to expectations. Iron and Steel sink, Shredder shreds themselves, and Great, they're the exception, because they're not so great. Let's just hope the churn can keep churning the water around you before you sink into the abyss.
In 11th place, with 61 points, the Stream Strikers.
Lakaka's back and he's brought Darwizzy with him. Let's go! Once again, it has appeared to me that you have been stream sniped. You're doing worse than you were this time last season, by only 3 points to be fair. Sometimes rivers must go through meanders, but they still reach the mouth. I believe that this team can come back once again, and if not, then maybe last season was just a fluke. You can blame your placement on host pressure, but there's also home field advantage to balance it out. You're welcome for a geography lesson.
In 10th place, with 62 points, the Blood Eyes.
Wow, drug withdrawal hit you like a truck. Last season, it looked like no one could stop you. Then your drug withdrawal started. It hasn't stopped. You show so much podium potential, but 4th place looks so much better to you. With 4 4th places last season, and 2 already this season. And hell, you got 4th overall last season. I think the big teams from last season are just not able to cut it this time round. You, Gear Grinders, Sapphire Squad, Stream Strikers, and the Honey Bears aren't doing so well. But hey, at least your little Pookie Electric Energy are doing well.
In 9th place, with 67 points, the Sunsetters.
So, you're the first team so far to have a gold, and yet you're still below a team with only 1 bronze to their name. You went from 3rd in the basement battle to 9th in the PMA. That's not so bad when you think about it. I have high expectations for you, and I think that you can do well in the second half. Hopefully your brightness won't fizzle out, but don't be too eager, because if you stay in the sun for too long, you'll get burned. So my main tip is to avoid what the Blood Eyes did.
In 8th place, with 68 points, the Cookie Doughs.
Hello, basement battle fellas. You've been doing so mediocre that I don't really know what to say. You've gotten a bronze, and other than that, you've been so mid that I had to compare you to a hobnob. At least your marble looks happy in his mugshot. If you don't do something soon, I'll have to dip you in chocolate milk and watch as you melt.
In 7th place, with 72 points, the Green Fungi.
The previous hosts have really come back from last season. We were making fun of you, but maybe you were just smoking some mushrooms back then, if you know what I mean. Because now, you're all cleaned up and you're doing decent. You're the first team so far to have won 2 medals. It's like you swallowed a mega mushroom from Mario and started growing and improving. But don't follow the Blood Eyes and get too high on those shrooms. Otherwise, another investigation might be in order.
In 6th place, with 77 points, the Fanatics.
Hello, Film Fantasies. Wait, no. Fanatics! You're doing pretty well this season, but that's what we said last season. And look how that ended. You're 6th place overall and have got a gold. However, seeing as last season you managed to drop 6 spots in the second half, we won't say anything. I would finish here, but Plippy says that everyone loves the Film Fanatics. Bye, I guess.
In 5th place, with 79 points, the Carmine Crusaders.
I don't want to talk about you guys again. You went from being the most bang average team to now being good. It's like you're Nottingham Forest this season compared to last. I know 98% of Plippy's viewers won't understand that reference. Not much else to say, but congrats on your gold medal in block bumping. Finally, you are showing glimpses of finally being able to conquer something for once in your life, unlike last season.
In fourth place was 88 points, the Pirate Chips.
You started this season off with a bang. And being one of the most popular newbies, it meant that you were able to get into qualifications. And it looks like we chose right, because you're doing fairly good. Fourth place is pretty close to podium, so you might be able to do something this season. But it's crisps, not chips. Chips are the long, deep-fried potatoes, almost as deep-fried as my mic while trying to commentate on the PMA. Get it right!
In third place was 92 points, Electric Energy.
Just like last season, you're third place at halftime. After winning season 1, you're still showing promise, but an unexpected blackout can happen at any moment. I would suggest preparing backup generators, just in case. More on your team though. You are the highest placement without a gold. You're stealing Gear Grinder's thing of only silvers. You went from being gold to getting silvers to ending up in bronze. Let's see if you can do another comeback, like how Ash and Pikachu came back to beat Leon and Cinderace and Charizard. Don't make it like Pikachu vs Onyx, where you have to cheat to win. Blood Eyes.
In second place with 92 points, the Eruptor's time is here.
Your best achievement this
Let's
season
just hope
was getting
I don't
DNF
have to talk to you in
an
season 2.
event you
I
won
don't
in the
think
just
look at
qualifiers.
decided if
You
they
looked
looked at
on
my
this
awful
massive
basketball
team.
They say,
They
hey, we're going to
this
be
league
good, and
hot.
then
You're
lose
so
to the Ocean
boring
Crystals.
to proceeded to fizz out.
that I'd
The
rather
entire
Interrupters
fan
Ocean
base
are one of the
last
most
race for an
inconsistent
hour
teams.
later. It's Eruptor's time.
Oh my god. How the hell did you get here? From one of the stupidest, worst mid-teams in the PMA to second. Surely there's something shady going on. Vatical, do you have something to say? But seriously, you have one of each medal in hurdles, swimming, and slaloming towers. And this is why I hate swimming. Nothing to do with my management position. I'm still crossing my fingers for you to absolutely fall off. But for now, I guess it's Eruptor's time.
And in first place with 128 points, Team Nightmare.
Damn, I didn't know you guys had the minerals and the mindset for this stuff. You won Basement Battle last season, which is impressive in itself. And now you have a lead to win the whole PMA this season. 3 out of 8 gold medals and 2 other medals is insane, which is more than the Blood Eyes had last season. Wait, what do you mean they have 11 more points than Blood Eyes did this time previously? Team Nightmare? You want to answer some questions, buddy? You're over 35 points ahead of second place. This is sports washing on another level. They're turning the PMA into a farmers' league. I want another investigation on this team ASAP. If anybody has any ideas on what to blame them for, just tell it to the Overlord, Plippy, and I'm sure he can check it out. Drugs!
And that was the halfway point recap of the PMA Season 2. I hope you all enjoyed, and we will leave a message to say goodbye.
Bye!
Bye!